Big deal with Josh Allen, what's going on with his UCL right now.
Yeah, huge.
I guess that's on the inside of the elbow with Josh Allen. They said they were monitoring it yesterday. We're supposed to get an update. Chris Mortensen, Mort Report. Hey, shout out, Chris. That baby Mort.
Hey, Mort.
OG in the game. Bills quarterback Josh Allen is being evaluated for an elbow injury to his ulnar collateral ligament and related nerves, per source. How do you evaluate the nerves, right? Is that something, no MRI can fuck
With that hammer thing, the rubber, and you tap on someone's knee.
Oh, like when you hit the knee and you do that?
Yeah,
thing?
exactly.
Did that work for you? I think there's a couple people that I've seen that not work for. I think I'm one of them. I think mine just doesn't
register.
And there's just no movement.
No response.
Sorry about it. My knee's like.
I don't think that's good.
What's the game? Yeah, it's been since little kid though. I think it's been like this the whole time. Yeah, I agree. It's worked out.
Yeah, you could say it is good.
Allegedly, an ultrasound is what they can get to nerves. So Josh Allen's getting an ultrasound and probably an MRI on his ligament and for his nerves. Bills coach Sean McDermott said earlier, team hopes to have more info on Tuesday. So hopes to have more info on Tuesday means let's run that again.
Yeah,
do it again.
Let's try to figure this out. And that's either really good news to protect, Josh Allen. Like, hey, let's run again. Make sure you're 100% okay because we've got a lot of season left and we rely upon you a lot. Or it's, hey, let's make sure and double check, triple check, and maybe even quadruple check that the MVP favorite right now on our wagon isn't having a potential issue that's going to the elbow, right? This is Ben Roethlisberger. Not that Josh Allen is Ben Roethlisberger, and Josh Allen's a lot younger than a lot of people, but the elbow for throwers is something that does get affected. The Josh Allen news, I hope it's fucking good. I hope it's okay. I hope we're good. But I don't like to hear about an elbow issue this early into the season.
No, and I believe he's only missed 4 games in his career. It was his rookie year, and it was a UCL issue. And then you also wonder, if there was, a little bit of, damage or whatever, and then on that last play of the game, he uncorks one, throws it as hard and as far as he can, 70 yards. It's like, well, is that the kind of the straw that broke the camel's back if there was an issue with it? So hopefully that's not the case because that would suck, but I mean, anytime you're dealing with elbow stuff like that, you just pray he doesn't have to have Tommy John or something like that.
So that would be what Tommy John is for?
I believe so. I think a lot of pitchers, if they do, I mean, obviously it's anything with the elbow, but a lot of guys, will tear the UCL or whatever, and then Tommy John, boom, 18 months.
And that's rookie of the year, right?
Yeah.
That's
Dennis Quaid.
Nope.
No, rookie of the year is Henry Rowan-Gardner.
Oh.
What'd you think? The rookie?
You're thinking of the rookie.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, when he threw the speed limit sign.
Mile per hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's 64.
Yeah, 79, and then boop, boop. It's actually 99.
Yeah, there
The guy was throwing gas out of it.
Yeah,
It was.
beat.
Jimmy Morris.
Think about how fucking, because he was a teacher or something, right?
Yeah,
Substitute teacher. Mm-hmm. Think about him throwing that one. Oh, that was my good throw.
Oh, yeah.
Good grip, good everything. And that thing pops up and says 79, and he's like, I don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
Shit. I thought I did.
And he's throwing BP to his kids, and he's fucking whizzing them right down the middle, 95. Like, Coach, we can't fucking hit this.
No, it's only 70 miles an hour. This is what you're going to be getting. Goes back in there. It was 99.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Anyways, yeah, Rowan Gardner.
Yeah.
Yep.
This one.
Yep.
This whole thing. You got to throw the floater. This play looked nasty. AQ, you actually mentioned, you were like, how about that? That everybody assumes that's where it happened. His arm has, I think this routinely happens where a ball will get knocked out, but this one just looks a little bit more violent because of how strong Josh's arm is and how clean and pure the contact on his arm is. This is like a work. I mean, that was exposed out there too.
Yeah. I was watching that game live, and I mean, it was definitely on that play because the next 2 plays you see him and he's flexing his arm, he's grabbing the
And if
elbow,
he had a UCL
they called
issue in the
timeout.
past, he's probably a bit scared to death. You know what I mean? That's probably something you're not.
And the crazy thing is, difference in positions. Every single offensive lineman that wears a brace on their elbow has that same issue, but they're not throwing a fucking ball.
Yeah, they don't have to be explosive there. The humerus and the radius come together at the elbow joint.
Of course.
In the torn ulnar collateral ligament. I hope it's not a torn one that they're showing us.
Yeah, that would not be good.
That is what it looks like.
Right.
That is what it would look like in there. Damn. Full tear, probably partial tear. There's probably a bunch of those, right, I'd assume? The partial one probably still sustainable, but you're going to have a lot less strength, a lot less mobility, a lot more pain as you're going through there. It just, as untrained, undoctored eyes, I assume you could partially tear that and fully tear that. Am I wrong, AQ? Do you know?
I don't know. I do know that, like I said, every offensive lineman has something where it's loose in there. I can imagine that can't be good for throwing the ball.
Let's hope he's okay. But you're right. Lamar Jackson is different than Josh Allen. Josh Allen is being evaluated with an elbow injury. It's his ulnar collateral ligament and related nerves. We found out earlier in the show from Zito, who found out on the internet, that an ultrasound is what you would use to find out the nerve damage. They'd probably get some sort of MRI or scan to find out what the ligament damage is. Chris Mortensen is reporting that McDermott said they'll have more information today. We'll keep our eyes on that. Ty Schmidt, noted baseball fan, talked about how this is the injury, I believe, that causes Tommy John. This has happened to quarterbacks in the past. It has happened to, I guess, Josh Allen a few years ago. He had a little bit of damage to this. Ben Roethlisberger a couple of years ago had to get Tommy John. Was he the same afterwards? No. Baseball, people come back better, though, especially if they're younger.
Throwing harder, yeah.
So I don't think long-term this is an issue. But certainly this season, the Bills Mafia has to be thinking, oh, we get good, we're not allowed to go to the games because of fucking COVID. Oh, we got a wagon, first year back after losing in 13 seconds in the playoffs. Josh Allen's going to be an MVP. Of course his elbow gets fucking hurt week 9. This is one of those things that it feels like if it happens would be such a bummer to the Bills and the Bills Mafia as a whole. If he's, and we don't know if that's the case, but if it's really fucked up, I mean, that's a big problem for your trigger man, the most important man on the team.
Well, if it's not real, like if he doesn't have a serious injury in that elbow, like he got lucky with that. It is such solid contact with him,
Yes.
right in the worst time of him throwing the ball. So I really hope for obviously Josh Allen and the Bills and everyone and all of us as football fans that he's all right. No matter what, he's going to be dealing with some pain though. Even if they say, hey, check it out, he's okay, he's going to play, he's all right. Like it's going to hurt, but this guy is a monster.
Think about Bills
wouldn't doubt
Mafia.
it.
Think about Bills Mafia, AJ. AQ, your thoughts on what the Bills are without Josh Allen there? I mean, that's a whole different team. I trust McDermott. I think they're a good squad. But if the worst news of all time comes out that Josh can't play, is that what we're looking at here? Is that what we're looking at, him not playing?
Feels like it.
I think the big thing would be like, because we were talking about it.
That's big fucking news.
Oh yeah,
Huge.
massive. If it's a partial tear, like I don't even know if like he could probably play with it, but I think it's the type of thing where if he's going to be throwing it 40 times a game, like there's the possibility that later down in the season it's a complete tear, or if he's playing the whole year on a partial tear.
So unfortunate.
And then he has to have surgery. It's like, well, then are we talking about him missing next season? So I feel like they're hoping that it's just nerve damage and nothing else.
More information.
I got a
If
question.
anything. What's that?
Say he can't throw the football. They're still a better football team with him under quarterback than the backup.
Case Keenum?
Yep, whoever it is doesn't
Case
matter.
Keenum.
Case Keenum.
He's got a good
They-
rapport with
Barkley.
Diggs.
They should just
Barkley's
run the.
there, isn't
they
he?
should just run the
No.
ball 60 times a game with Josh Allen.
Move him to running back.
No, play.
Move
Just,
him to Wildcat.
Just read
just-
option.
And can he complete some balls?
That's exactly that.
Left-handed.
Probably.
Can he get a tight end drag, right? Because then if he's running, linebacker comes back, can he get a ball left-handed over that? Is that something that they would fucking expect? I think I would.
I
Yeah,
would.
Josh Allen.
I mean, they just added Naeem Hines. They got Hines, Singletary, and Dalvin Cook's brother.
The amount
James
of
Cook.
options.
Yeah.
How's their Buffalo Bills offensive line? How's their
Very good. Yeah, they got a great offensive line, and they're
option,
running the ball well. The quarterback runs are awesome. Could you keep him in there as just a runner? 100%, but they wouldn't do that.
Yeah, you're delaying the surgery then too. probably.
Not a chance. And it is Case Keenum. I think Matt Barkley's there too, right?
You told me.
I thought
think so.
Barkley was gone.
I think he's the 3.
Jesus.
Pretty sure he's the 3.
Yeah.
I'm so bummed for Bills Mafia if this is it. And we're thinking they delayed the news because it's bad news, or we're thinking they delayed the news because it's good news. Your thoughts?
I don't know. Maybe they just want to make sure they check out all the options. The fact that he threw a ball in the game afterwards, right? He threw a laser after this happened, at least
70.
one of them.
Yeah, like
That's what I'm saying.
60%
That at least gives me
69.
that would give me hope if I'm a Bills fan for sure.
4th and 21.
This is 2 plays
Because
after.
if he needs Tommy John, he can uncork this sucker.
Yeah, or did that just make it much, much worse?
I don't think he need. Yeah.
Yeah, that could have too.
Zito just told me that it's being reported that the recovery window is this for his injury? Just in general, a few weeks or a few months. So literally could be anything.
Yeah.
It depends how bad it is, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that is
Pain management.
partial tear, full tear, and then
And we'll have to manage it in practice too. That's what sucks. Not as many reps in practice thrown to those guys.
well, and the partial tear can become a full like
Right.
that play, the whole strip, like that happens in football.
Could happen in practice. That could happen in a practice with no pads on, unfortunately.
Can't happen. If somebody's that close to Josh Allen who has a partially torn UCL,
Cut.
Sean McDermott needs to change the way the culture is if it's happening in practice. But to your point, that type of shit happens in football. And you echoed the sentiment, AJ, earlier. That's right. The clean contact that they got on his forearm and him still being able to I mean, that's solid. It wasn't like a braze. It wasn't just deflecting the ball out of there. That was palm square on ball directly through hand. And that's, I mean, that's a lot
And
of torque.
all of that torque right on your elbow too. That's like not even on the shoulder anymore, just straight elbow.
It's like throwing a golf ball.
That sucks so bad.
I will say pro for this, though, if he comes back from Tommy John's, he might be throwing this ball 100 yards.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that is what happened with Rosengarten.
Yeah,
That's right.
But if he,
Garden
He could
hoser.
fire it
if he
Garden hoser had a fucking hose, dude.
Oh yeah.
for a while.
Just need some
For a
icy
while.
hot.